So this is a French drain, and for those of you who don't know, a French drain is a trench full of gravel and a pipe that carries the water off. One of the biodiversity guys at JPL is a brilliant guy, and so they have this slope down to the street, and we decided to make a French drain that instead of draining, fills up before it drains. Remember, we get all our water at once, so you always need a plan for where the water goes when we're having 8 inches of rain, like they told us we were going to have on Tuesday night, which we did not get. Where is that going to go? There always has to be an overflow. You can't just plan your pit or your French drain or your swale as the only place the water is going to go. Even your cistern needs an overflow. And some basics. 250 gallons per day from a single point source is fine in California. Not in a tank, not this through spray sprinklers. Do not use on root or leaf crops. That means basically your fruit trees are it, right? Things have to be 1 inch in diameter. So you don't want to spray gray water on your lettuce or your tomatoes. It's not, you don't do it, just only on your trees. Use drain pipe because just plain pipe has places to catch the water. Natives do not like gray water except for wetland species. So you can do gray water and fruit. You can do natives and rainwater, but you can't do natives and gray water. They don't like the extra salt. People sometimes want to get the trifecta. They want to do, gray water through drip to natives. And I have to come in and explain to them it's not going to be that way. And then, of course, the biocompatible soap. Oasis is the brand. It's a very simple brand. It's good. It cleans well. This is what I use, the Hunter MP rotators. They're low flow, the water comes out in fingers, and it soaks into the ground slowly. And they're more expensive, but you use a lot fewer of them. Sometimes for slopes we use a different rotor. And then water. If we're not going to have lush lawns, it's nice to have a water features. So, and because we took all the water features that were in the landscape out, we need to give something back to all the critters. So this fountain is designed so that we had a long talk with the fountain guy, and I pointed out that goldfinch's legs are only this big. They needed to have just a thin film of water, so he changed the design of this for this. But different naturalistic. This is more of a traditional fountain. Here's who comes to it.
Wow.
These are the variety of birds around that fountain.
But that's a circulating fountain. The water is
It's a circulating fountain. You can't put in a non-circulating fountain. Yeah, so, these birds are usually, the band-tailed pigeons are meal size, and so they usually are not interested in people, but Brand, remember him, from the mulch pile, that's his friend, the band-tailed pigeon. So any type of water featured will attract wildlife. Of course, then you might have the bear swimming in your pond. And even little seeps work. It doesn't need to be a lot of water. Little tiny seeps will bring all kind of wildlife. Here's a little seep fountain that the water just drapes off the rock, and we're done.